The whole thing behind the Teletubbies is they have a CRT TV in their belly, and their head is the antenna. So, like, no one knows what a CRT TV is anymore. No one's gonna get what they even are. So
Yeah.
they're a dated concept from the past that don't even translate well into the modern day at all. Today we're going to be doing a discussion. Today's discussion is going to be about the Teletubbies, which is something I never thought I was going to say, because the Teletubbies has been dead for a very, very long time now. But like any nostalgic property, someone has decided to disgrace its corpse by digging it back up and parading it around, acting like it is a new and original IP. That company being Netflix this time.
Big shock. Netflix seems to like that.
Well, with the way that these streaming services are going, they're realizing that one of the biggest markets to get into is the parenting market. And things like YouTube Kids with Cocomelon, they're blowing up. It's insane just how well kids programming still does. So Netflix wants to capitalize on that by having their own children's programming that they can have parents just boot up and have their kids mindlessly binge. And bringing back the Teletubbies seems to be the thing to do. I wouldn't be shocked if they get Arthur and other old PBS kids shows before too long.
Arthur just ended not that long ago, didn't it?
Yeah.
There's so many episodes of that. It really doesn't need a reboot. I don't think there's anything else they could cover. But you're probably right. They probably would try to get it back up.
So, from what I've seen, it looks like they are not going to be getting short people to play the Teletubbies. It looks like they are going with a very diverse cast of people. I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. It's a kid's show. I don't really care. And if I had to guess, I would say that the show is going to be fully CGI because it just seems like that's the route that it's going on.
It seems like a cursed idea because I think they already tried to do that once before with like the Teletubby kids and it looked terrible.
I don't even remember the Teletubby kids. But that's the route I see it going down. It's going to be CGI. It's going to be whipped out quickly just to get a show on Netflix. And I think it's going to lose a lot of what made the original Teletubbies work, because the original Teletubbies was a British program. All of the actors involved were British, and it used a lot of British short films and a lot of British skits in it. And I question if an American company like Netflix will be able to replicate that. I don't even think they will be able to do that. And not to mention, the idea of the Teletubbies is just so dated, because the whole thing behind the Teletubbies is they have a CRT TV in their belly, and their head is the antenna. So, like, no one knows what a CRT TV is anymore. No one's gonna get what they even are. So, they're a dated concept from the past that don't even translate well into the modern day at all.
No.
I expect this will be like the most basic update. There will probably be like smartphones and tablets and shit in it. I think that this is going to be like lowest common denominator shit. And the truth of it is like, I was one of the kids that grew up with Teletubbies because that's how old I am. I grew up with the OG Teletubbies. I was a kid when the big Teletubby mania happened. And Teletubbies really wasn't that good to begin with. And I'm afraid to see what a company like Netflix will turn Teletubbies into, because they are not going to have the same passion that the original creators had. They're not going to have the same vision, and it just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. They're bringing this back because it's a cheap IP to use and fucking buy. So I'm sure that this isn't because they have a grand new vision for the Teletubbies. I'm calling it now. It's going to be CGI. It's going to be low effort. You're not going to get anything that you got with the original Teletubbies.